Grab your staff and get ready to dive into the mythological madness of Monkie Kid, debuting in 2020. In this video, I will try to recap all 5 seasons and 58 episodes of Monkie Kid in the video. I will tell you the stories of the MK and friends, the greatest enemies they faced, and the legendary finale of the series. If you watch this video from start to finish, you will understand the whole story of Monkie Kid. Now, let's get to the video without further ado. The story begins with Tang telling MK that the legends of the Monkey King are just the start of a new chapter. In a flashback, the Demon Bull King once terrorized villages until the Monkey King sealed him under a mountain with his staff. The world advanced and a city flourished. MK, excited by the story, reveals he's writing an unauthorized biography of the Monkey King. Afterward, Pigsy demands MK make shop deliveries instead of taking a break. On a delivery, MK stumbles upon Red Sun and Princess Iron Fan attempting to free the Demon Bull King. After a bull clone fails, Red Sun successfully pulls the staff from the mountain. MK accidentally reveals himself but escapes with the staff. Red Sun chases him, but MK is rescued by his friend May. MK returns to the noodle shop, but no one believes his story until he splits a table with the staff. They decide to seek help from the Monkey King at Flower Fruit Mountain, but are intercepted by Princess Iron Fan, who steals the staff and seemingly kills MK. However, MK survives and finds the Monkey King, who tells him to believe in himself. Meanwhile, the group prepares to face the Demon Bull King. MK returns in time, defeats Red Sun, and retrieves the staff. He forms the Monkey Mech and temporarily defeats the Demon Bull King. The group celebrates with noodles while the Monkey King watches proudly. A week after the battle with the Demon Bull King, MK, May, Tang, and Sandy relax on Sandy's boat. During this time, a crate falls on MK, who reveals that he's invincible. Pigsy warns MK not to misuse his Monkey King powers, but May interrupts, revealing a new headquarters for the team inside Sandy's boat called the Sea Crate HQ. Meanwhile, the Demon Bull King is furious and destroys parts of the Flaming Foundry. Princess Iron Fan calms him down, and Red Sun promises to help restore his power. Red Sun breaks into the weather station, planning to control the city's weather to return the Demon Bull King to full strength. When MK and his team attempt to stop him, MK accidentally injures May and Sandy, knocking himself out of the weather station. The team is then captured by Red Sun and the Bull clones. MK, after being knocked out, meets the Monkey King, asking for help. The Monkey King says it's no longer his job to fight evil and that MK needs more confidence through practice. MK agrees to have his powers limited, sacrificing his invincibility. With his powers limited, MK returns to the weather station, luring Red Sun and the Bull clones outside. He then zaps them with lightning, defeating Red Sun and restoring the weather to normal. At the Flaming Foundry, the Demon Bull King continues his rampage and discovers a mysterious blue light beneath the foundry. After that, MK becomes exhausted from helping Pigsy and Sandy during the day and hanging out with May at night. Tang notices MK's fatigue and suggests he relax, but MK insists on keeping up with his friends. Tang reminds him of the Monkey King's ability to replicate himself and shows MK how to create a clone. Excited, MK creates multiple clones to handle his various tasks at the same time. However, the clones start to cause problems. The delivery clone eats the noodles he was supposed to deliver, the painter clone overdoes his job and threatens Sandy, and the party clone keeps everyone, including May, trapped at the anti-gravity arcade for a party. Pigsy becomes furious with MK when he learns about the clones. After MK uses a kung fu move to eliminate the delivery clone, he rescues Sandy from the painter clone and rushes to the arcade to save May. There, MK battles the remaining clone and successfully gets rid of it, freeing May. Later that night, while MK and May relax at MK's house, MK reflects on the lesson he learned about not making clones. Despite this, he creates another clone to raise the TV volume, which enrages May, prompting her to attack both MKs. In the next episode, at Pigsy's Noodles, May was playing Monkey Mech with MK and was winning until she receives a call from her mother, who tells her to look after the dragon house while she and her husband are gone. Overhearing the conversation, MK convinces May to take him, Sandy, and Mo to May's home so they can have a sleepover, which May unwillingly agrees to. However, unbeknownst to the others, General Ironclad was spying on them and was told by Princess Iron Fan to get the dragon blade for her. At the Dragon House, MK, Sandy, and Mo become fascinated by House's appearance and tells May that it must have been great to live there. although May says she's not sure, as she didn't get to do what she wanted while she was growing up at the time. After getting inside, MK and Sandy started messing with all the Dragon family's artifacts, which bothers May until she yells at them to stop. Moments later, May gives a tour to MK, Sandy, and Mo until they come across the Dragon Blade, where May says that it used to belong to one of her ancestors, the Dragon of the West. At the game room, May tells MK, Sandy, and Mo to stay while she gets everything ready. However, when May left, MK accidentally breaks the pinball machine and tries to fix it, but only for the pinball machine to break even more. In the other episode, at a market, Pigsy and Tang are searching for ingredients when Pigsy becomes infatuated with a woman who convinces him to enter her store. Once inside, the woman traps Pigsy and Tang, sending them through a trap door into her lair. At the Sea Crate HQ, May and Sandy are discussing the need for a headquarters, as they haven't used it in weeks. MK arrives, worried because Pigsy is missing and his noodle shop is closed. After checking a camera that May installed on Tang, they discovered that both Pigsy and Tang have been kidnapped by the Spider Queen. MK, who's afraid of spiders, is frightened, but Sandy insists they must rescue them. At the Silken Web Cave, Tang blames Pigsy for their capture until the Spider Queen arrives. She reveals her plan to reclaim her empire and eat Pigsy and Tang. When Tang mentions that MK will come for them, the Spider Queen decides to wait for his arrival. Meanwhile, MK, May, Sandy, and Mo venture into the cave using Sandy's speedboat, but are ambushed by the Spider Queen. May drops the Dragon Blade, which Pigsy and Tang use to free themselves and the others. Together, they rescue MK, who's being chased by the Spider Queen. After MK's team confronts the Spider Queen, they try to rescue MK, but she attacks again, causing the floor to collapse. Sandy saves the group with his speedboat, escaping the cave. However, the Spider Queen secretly obtains a lock of MK's hair, which she had been after all along. In the next episode, after waking up late and experiencing an earthquake, MK rushes to Pigsy's noodles, worried about being fired. Pigsy reassures him that he would never fire him. MK then asks about his staff, and Tang reminds him that MK used it to imprison the Demon Bull family on a mountain. When MK doesn't remember this, Pigsy gives him the day off. Excited, MK explores the city, but he soon notices that the civilians are acting strangely, and everything seems too perfect. He tries to talk to May, but ends up on a romantic river cruise with her, where she behaves unusually. May suddenly confesses her love for MK, which makes him feel uncomfortable. Unbeknownst to him, the gold and silver demons are manipulating a simulation of Megapolis with the Calabash, trapping MK inside. After realizing they made a mistake by making May confess love, they quickly change the simulation to portray May as just MK's best friend. MK then seeks out the Monkey King to explain what's happening, but Monkey King insists everything is normal, prompting MK to leave when things feel off. He heads to the cave where his staff is sealing the Demon Bull family, but is stopped by strange versions of May, Pigsy, Tang, Sandy, and Wukong. MK realizes they are not real when Sandy's cat begins talking, and he grabs his staff, returning to the real world. MK confronts the gold and silver demons, who admit to trapping him in the Calabash by tricking him into giving his name. When MK threatens to fight them, the demons panic and flee. MK returns to Pigsy's noodles and reunites with May, Pigsy, and Tang. Pigsy asks where MK had been, and MK embraces him, expressing relief that his friends aren't perfect. However, May, Pigsy, and Tang humorously get mad at MK for saying they aren't perfect, while MK laughs. In the next episode, after the Monkey King was able to beat MK during the latter's training, he tells MK that he's getting better and that just needs to work on his focus, causing MK to disagree by saying he doesn't need to work on his focus. Monkey King then tells MK that focusing is doing one thing someone wants to do and do it, but MK contradicts by saying that the former's advice makes no sense whatsoever. Although, after being told that he can't handle real focus, MK makes a promise that he'll focus on the next thing he does. Later at Pigsy's Noodles, MK meets up with an enraged Pigsy, who was angry at MK for not delivering several noodles. Having enough of MK's foolishness, Pigsy tells MK that he's fired. However, when MK begged Pigsy to give him one more chance, Pigsy agreed, but promised that he'll replace him with a robot known as the Delivery Bot 9000 if he messed up again. During the delivery, MK tries to concentrate but gets distracted by the anti-gravity arcade and the shapeshifter demon until he subconsciously creates two paths, one that looks the same and another with vines, evil trees, and corpses. After taking the second path, MK gets squeezed by the vines but then remembers Monkey King's words and breaks through the forest. Eventually, MK was able to deliver the noodles to the Monkey King's temple, where he realized that the Monkey King bought the noodles to teach him a lesson about focusing, even though he didn't. However, MK was shocked to learn that he actually delivered the wrong noodles to the Monkey King. At the Flaming Foundry, the Bull clones continued to dig up the energy source that the Demon Bull King discovered, until one of them manages to reveal the tomb. However, once they did, the Demon Bull family attempted to open the tomb but failed, as it acquired a magic key to unlock it. At Pigsy's Noodles, the mayor gives the key to the city to MK and tells him about the powers of the key to unlock any known lock. After receiving the key, MK and May used it to go to several places in Megapolis and have fun until MK realizes what the key is really capable of. Unfortunately, after MK and May pulled a prank on Pigsy by using the key, Red Sun steals the key from MK and escapes using his Inferno truck. MK and May go after Red Sun and almost manage to get the key back until Princess Ironfan arrives and fights them off, allowing Red Sun to get the key again and escape with her. At the Flaming Foundry, the Demon Bull King uses the key to open the tomb and sees what's inside it. However, once he did, he, Princess Ironfan, and Red Sun realized that there was nothing inside but bones, until the energy source went inside the Demon Bull King's armor, taking control of the Demon Bull King and the Bull clones. In another episode, while training with the Monkey King, MK feels frustrated, believing his training isn't progressing. Monkey King reminds him that he won't teach MK anything unnecessary. Suddenly, MK gets a call from May, informing him that a smoke monster is attacking Megapolis. MK returns to the city and attempts to defeat the smoke monster on his own, but fails. He then sees Monkey King battling the smoke monster and defeating it, only to realize it's actually Macaque, not the real Monkey King. MK asks Macaque to train him, and Macaque agrees, secretly planning to lead MK toward darkness. After training with Macaque for some time, the Monkey King grows suspicious. Macaque takes MK to confront the smoke monster again, convincing him he's strong enough to win. During the battle, the smoke monster steals MK's powers and gives them to Macaque, revealing that it was working for him all along. Just as Macaque is about to harm MK, the Monkey King arrives and engages in a fierce fight with Macaque. However, Macaque's shadow monkeys pin the Monkey King down. Macaque uses the smoke monster as an avatar to finish MK, but Monkey King blocks the attack. Remembering Monkey King's advice to step into the strike, MK uses his remaining strength to lift the golden staff and defeat Macaque, destroying the smoke monster. Afterward, Monkey King scolds MK for going behind his back, but MK apologizes, explaining that he just wanted to be as good as him. The episode ends with MK and Monkey King resuming their training, although Monkey King is tricking MK into doing chores. In the Season 1 finale, after training with the Monkey King, MK returns to Pigsy's Noodles but is ambushed by Bull clones. He's rescued by his friends, who use Pigsy's food truck to ram into the Bull clones. MK learns that the Demon Bull King and his army have conquered Megapolis, so the team heads to the Flaming Foundry to stop them. At the Foundry, MK wants to go in alone, but his team insists on helping. Pigsy, Tang, and Sandy fight the Bull clones while MK and May try to reach the throne room. Meanwhile, Red Sun is scolded by the Demon Bull King for his failures, and when he tries to intervene, the Demon Bull King accuses both Red Sun and Princess Ironfan of betrayal, despite her warning that the power is changing him. MK and May are surrounded by zombie Bull clones, but use the monkey mech to fight them off. While May battles the clones, MK enters the Foundry and faces the Demon Bull King, who mistakes him for the Monkey King. Princess Ironfan helps by immobilizing the Demon Bull King briefly to tell MK about his power source. When the Demon Bull King rises again and threatens Red Sun and Princess Ironfan, MK throws a rock at him, but the Demon Bull King grabs him, thinking he's about to destroy him. However, it turns out to be an MK clone, while the real MK and more clones attack, destroying the canisters that power the Demon Bull King. This frees him and the Bull clones from the control of the mysterious Whisperer. After the Demon Bull family leaves, May rescues MK with the monkey mech, and the team celebrates with Noodle. However, MK expresses doubts about whether the Demon Bull King is truly defeated, sensing something different about him. Meanwhile, the mysterious Whisperer possesses a little girl in Megapolis. This special episode starts with MK training with the Monkey King at a temple near the mountains. MK initially has the upper hand, but Monkey King defeats him by kicking his staff onto a mountain, causing rocks to fall on MK. After the training session, Monkey King offers to watch the New Year's fireworks with MK, but MK leaves to meet his friends at the festival. At the festival, Pigsy is upset that MK didn't show up for work, and May is making dumplings while Pigsy sells noodles. Meanwhile, the Spider Queen launches her plan to corrupt the city's civilians using MK's hair and her venom. When the hair fails to activate her venom, a mysterious little girl helps by using a potion, enabling the robot spiders to function. The spider demons then attack the festival, corrupting the citizens. MK and the Monkey King try to stop the Spider Queen but fail, and Monkey King is captured. Meanwhile, Red Sun and the Demon Bull King are selling street food at the festival. After a humorous incident with a customer, the Spider Queen's mech captures the Demon Bull King, and Red Sun narrowly escapes with a case of venom. At the Arachnoid base, the Spider Queen reveals her plan to capture powerful figures like the Monkey King and the Demon Bull King. Huntsman reports Red Sun's escape, and Lady Bone Demon suggests capturing MK as well. Pigsy, Tang, Sandy, and May try to escape by boat, but they're attacked by more spider bots, and the boat stops working. Huntsman and Strong Spider confront them, but MK falls from the sky while escaping and interrupts the capture. Sandy finds a remote to activate their team drone copter, and they escape the city. MK explains that the Monkey King was captured and he's unsure of what to do. Red Sun, who also falls from the sky, explains that he has a plan to save his father and create an antidote for the Spider Queen's venom. The team debates whether to trust Red Sun, but MK decides they have no other choice and agrees to help him. In Season 2, Episode 1, the Spider Queen gets mad about her recent defeat until the mysterious girl tells her that they need a special artifact for their plan, which was at the Cloud. After hearing about the Cloud, Syntax convinces the Spider Queen to let him go there to get the artifact, claiming that he can use his tech skills to take advantage of the Cloud, and creates a game called Sleep Bug to distract the citizens during the process. Meanwhile, at Flower Fruit Mountain, the Monkey King tells MK that he's leaving, as he wanted to go on vacation after he chose MK to be his successor. While MK complains that something bad could happen, the Monkey King tells him not to worry, and that he needed to take care of himself on his next journey. Once Monkey King left, MK briefly gets mad at him and went to Pigsy's Noodles to complain to his friends about Monkey King leaving, only to find them, along with the other citizens of Megapolis, asleep. Sometime later, MK was with a sleeping Pigsy until he received another notification about Sleep Bug. He soon realized that the game caused everyone to fall asleep and decided to go to the Cloud to get rid of the game. Unbeknownst to MK, once he left, he accidentally caused Pigsy to go downhill after he went to the Cloud. In the other episode, Monkey King is exploring an ancient catacomb when MK calls to check on him during his vacation. Monkey King tells MK to practice shrinking himself by thinking little, and abruptly ends the call. He then stands before a mural of a demon and punches it. Meanwhile, MK encounters a mysterious girl crying. Unaware of her true identity, he comforts her, and she leads him to the Silken Web Cave, revealing Spider Queen's plan to create a mech that can only be stopped by destroying the Trigram Furnace with the Golden Staff. MK recognizes the furnace from the Celestial Realm and realizes the girl is responsible for Demon Bull King's possession and Monkey King's capture. She reveals herself as Lady Bone Demon. Lady Bone Demon demands the Golden Staff and suggests Monkey King might have chosen the wrong successor in MK. Before she can act, Spider Queen bursts in, giving MK a chance to escape. Spider Queen is surprised by Lady Bone Demon's powerful abilities. Back at Pigsy's Noodles, Tang is finishing a review, but because of MK's time in the sewers, he gives the restaurant a poor rating due to MK's hygiene. Pigsy is initially upset, but he soon learns that Tang's website has very few followers, mainly just Tang himself. Pigsy attacks Tang in frustration, while MK sits in dismay. In the next episode, MK, May, Pigsy, and Tang attend a shadow play called The Hero and the Warrior. While waiting, MK and May recognize the mayor as the same guy who gave them the skeleton key. Once the play was about to start, MK left to get snacks. Unbeknownst to him, the puppeteer used a magic lantern to trap the others inside. When MK returned, he watches the play and assumed that the characters are referring to him and Monkey King. After watching the play, MK wonders if he is the warrior from the story and asks the puppeteer what happened to the character in the story. Suddenly, Monkey King appears right next to MK and laughs at him once he mentioned that he can't face the Lady Bone Demon all by himself. Angered, MK attempts to hit Monkey King, but had his punch blocked by him. He soon figures out that the puppeteer was Macaque all along. After MK realized that he accidentally revealed all of his insecurities with Macaque about the Lady Bone Demon and the thoughts of being the wrong successor to the Monkey King, the latter uses the lantern to make MK fight the shadow versions of May, Pigsy, and Tang. But during the fight, MK charges at Macaque in a way that reminds him of Monkey King. Macaque breaks the magic lantern and leaves, freeing MK's friends. When MK asked him why he broke the lamp, Macaque explained to him that he did because he wanted to see him suffer until he learned what MK was already doing to himself. MK realizes that Macaque was the warrior from the story. Macaque then warns him that he's not ready for what's coming next. Later, Macaque returns to the theater to get the lantern back, but gets confronted by the mayor, who wants the lantern as one of the ingredients to the bone mech and bring him to the Lady Bone Demon. In the Season 2 finale, MK and his friends are training in a desert while Pigsy prepares food. Meanwhile, the Lady Bone Demon and the Mayor use the trigram furnace to complete the creation of the Bone Mech, using the Spider Queen as one of the final ingredients. Lady Bone Demon attacks MK with the Bone Mech, and although MK manages to destroy it, he loses some of his powers. Tang realizes that MK has been hiding something, and MK admits he kept Lady Bone Demon a secret to protect his friends. However, Lady Bone Demon arrives, defeats MK's friends, and rebuilds the Bone Mech into the Bone Scorpion. As MK continues using his powers, Tang notices that Lady Bone Demon grows stronger each time he does. The Bone Mech grabs MK and tries to crush him, but MK creates the Monkey Mech and destroys the Bone Scorpion, further weakening himself while Lady Bone Demon regains her true form. In her true form, Lady Bone Demon rebuilds the mech into the Bone Demon and destroys MK's Monkey King warrior mech. She steals the remainder of MK's powers, preventing him from using the golden staff. Just as she is about to finish him off, Monkey King arrives and takes MK away to safety. Although they escape, Lady Bone Demon comes closer to achieving her goal. After reuniting with his friends, MK expresses frustration that they didn't do more to stop her. Monkey King explains that there's nothing they can do now to stop Lady Bone Demon. Pigsy gets angry at Monkey King for not being there for MK, but Sandy intervenes, urging Monkey King to explain why he left. Monkey King reveals that he wasn't on vacation, but was actually searching for a weapon to defeat Lady Bone Demon. After hearing this, MK insists that he and his team join Monkey King on his quest. Initially reluctant, Monkey King agrees, and the six set off on a journey to the west. In the first episode of Season 3, at the Celestial Realm, Monkey King attempts to claim a map while battling a deity named Neja, who tries to stop him from getting the map. Even knowing why he's not supposed to have it, Monkey King outsmarts Neja by using his replication powers and takes the map, despite being badly damaged due to the protection spell. After claiming the map, Monkey King learned that MK's in trouble and rushes in to save him, but was too late. After Lady Bone Demon claimed the Golden Staff and took over Megapolis, Tang began doing a brief summary of what happened before having his book snatched by Pigsy, who was getting tired of Tang talking about his diary. Monkey King then shows MK's team the map to the Rings of Samadhi. However, a massive gust of wind knocks the aircraft, almost blowing the map overboard. However, MK catches it, and Monkey King begins to talk about how the map will help them find the three rings to recreate the Samadhi Fire. Tang interrupts Monkey King and goes on to explain what the Samadhi Fire is. Monkey King then explains the rest of the plan. In the next episode, as the Monkey Kids travel through the desert, Sandy expresses concern about their direction. Tang admits they're unsure, but Monkey King instructed them to head west. May comments on the challenges of using maps in the past, and while the team navigates, Monkey King asks for air conditioning, focusing on his need to recharge after his fight with Neja. Pigsy is surprised by Monkey King's honesty about his limitations. Sandy suggests opening a window for fresh air, but quickly shuts it when he gets burned. Pigsy reminds MK that he has more to offer than just his powers, encouraging MK to use his smarts to read the map. MK finds a potential stop, but their van, the TEA, breaks down. The team spots an oasis, but realizes it's just a small puddle owned by the Goldfish Demon. To get an engine for their van, the Goldfish Demon offers them a deal. They can participate in his game, but they must trade in a valuable item, which the Demon King will keep if they lose. MK trades the Dragon Blade, confident he'll win, but he loses and forfeits the blade. After several rounds, MK loses more items, including the deed to Pigsy's noodles, Tang's book, and even his friends. Desperate, MK trades in his friends and challenges the Goldfish Demon again. During the game, MK temporarily regains his golden eyes and discovers that the Goldfish Demon has been cheating the whole time. Using this knowledge, MK wins, retrieving the engine and all of their lost items. The team continues their journey west with the van now fixed. MK tells May that he regained his golden eyes because he was determined to save his friends. Monkey King, taking a break from his meditation, reassures MK that he found his strength when he needed it and will regain his powers soon. In the other episode, in the desert, Macaque uses the Bone Demon Compass to track down Monkey King and MK. He recalls a flashback where the mayor brought him to Megapolis to meet Lady Bone Demon. In this memory, Macaque sees Megapolis crystallized and realizes Lady Bone Demon's power. She confronts him about his past betrayal, reminding him that she resurrected him after his battle with Monkey King. In exchange, he was supposed to release her from the Bone Demon crypt using the skeleton key, but Macaque discarded it instead. Lady Bone Demon offers him a chance for redemption by capturing Monkey King and MK. To ensure his loyalty, she binds him with chains as a reminder of his untrustworthiness, warning him that failure or betrayal will lead to his death. She names Macaque her champion and orders him to bring Monkey King and MK to her. Meanwhile, in the desert, Tang and Pigsy are packing up camp. Tang notices that Monkey King, still meditating, is glowing and wonders if it's a good sign. Pigsy, frustrated with Monkey King's inactivity, complains about him not helping out. Tang advises Pigsy not to disturb Monkey King during his transcendental meditation and tells him to gather the others to leave. May and Sandy are trying to motivate MK to regain his powers, but MK feels uncertain about his abilities, particularly his gold vision and advanced powers like 72 transformations. May stresses the importance of finding the Rings of Samadhi to defeat Lady Bone Demon. Tang arrives to inform the group it's time to go. As MK starts to head toward Tang and Pigsy, he notices that May and Sandy are already in the TEA, so he decides to join them instead. Lost in the desert, May blames MK for their situation, frustrating him. Sandy, carrying May and MK, reassures them, but suddenly collapses. Just in time, Red Sun arrives with his race car, rescuing them and taking them to his father's fortress. Inside the Demon Bull King's fortress, the trio enjoys a meal, but tensions rise when Red Sun corrects May for calling him Red Boy. MK explores the fortress and triggers a trap, but Red Sun saves him, annoyed by their presence. When Red Sun questions their purpose in the desert, May reveals they're searching for the Samadhi Fire, shocking him. Things escalate when the Demon Bull King and Princess Ironfan arrive unexpectedly, interrupting their dinner plans. Red Sun discloses the Monkey Kid's quest for the Samadhi Fire, surprising the Demon Bull King and Princess Ironfan. MK explains they need the fire to defeat Lady Bone Demon. The Demon Bull King criticizes Monkey King for keeping secrets, and Princess Ironfan reveals the Samadhi Fire was created by Red Sun himself, leaving May, MK, and Red Sun shocked. Princess Ironfan explains that Red Sun's unstable power upon birth led to the removal of the Samadhi Fire. The Demon Bull King, Monkey King, and Neja work together to divide the flame and seal it in rings. The Demon Bull King warns that controlling the fire is impossible, but MK expresses confidence in his team. Frustrated, Red Sun dismisses MK as a noodle brain. As the storytelling concludes, the Monkey Kids notice that the Demon Bull King's nose ring is the green ring of Samadhi, revealing he broke his promise to hide the fire. Red Sun reluctantly allows them to stay the night in the guest bedroom. When MK asks for an extra blanket, Red Sun sarcastically agrees to bring it along with warm milk. Seizing the opportunity, MK proposes a mission to infiltrate the fortress, retrieve the green ring of Samadhi from the Demon Bull King's bedroom, and escape, while May and Sandy prepare a getaway vehicle. In the next episode, as the Monkey Kids continue their journey, MK sketches the team but struggles to capture Tang's coolness. They arrive in Lantern City, where Monkey King mentions throwing a ring into the Earth's crust. Joking with May about his antics, the team learns the city is celebrating the Rite of Light Festival, which honors Monkey King's supposed gift of the ring. Pigsy grows frustrated with their aimless search, but Monkey King decides that the ring must be in the giant lantern in the city center. The group finds a flyer announcing a talent competition where the winner receives the Ring of Light. MK, unsure of their abilities, is reassured when Sandy reveals that Pigsy is an excellent singer. The team forms a band. Pigsy sings, MK plays percussion, Sandy on bass, May on guzheng, and Monkey King on the gong. Tang is reluctantly made the band manager. Macaque, overhearing their conversation, decides to steal the rings for himself. During the talent show, Pigsy's performance impresses the crowd, while Monkey King struggles with stage fright. Meanwhile, Tang sneaks away to retrieve the orange ring of Samadhi from the giant lantern. He's confronted by Macaque, who argues that Tang is insignificant to the team and should focus on self-preservation. Tang disagrees, believing in the power of teamwork. As Macaque attacks, Pigsy's high note distracts him, allowing Tang to protect himself with a force field. Tang retrieves the orange ring as Macaque is electrocuted by the lantern. The team celebrates their success, but Tang warns them that Macaque is now after the rings. They quickly board the Sky Train to escape Lantern City. Meanwhile, Macaque, weakened by his failure, is confronted by Lady Bone Demon. She offers him another chance, granting him some of her powers, but warns that failure will result in his destruction. As Macaque unleashes his new power, Lantern City is crystallized, and Lady Bone Demon urges him to act quickly. In the next episode, as the Monkey Kids escape from Lantern City, which has been overtaken by crystals, Tang questions Monkey King about their plan, while MK impatiently asks how they can use the Rings of Samadhi to defeat Lady Bone Demon. Monkey King explains that they need to reforge the Samadhi Fire at the summit of a mystic mountain, but Pigsy grows suspicious, asking if a fourth ring exists. MK is surprised as he thought there were only 3 rings. Tang clarifies that the Samadhi Fire was split into 3 rings, not 4. Suddenly, the Skytrain jolts to a stop as Neja's fire ring appears. Neja emerges and attacks the train, splitting it apart. Monkey King quickly saves the passengers. Neja confronts Monkey King, accusing him of planning to reforge the Samadhi fire. Tang is in awe of Neja's presence, but Neja silences him, revealing that he knows where the rings of Samadhi are located without needing the map. He accuses Monkey King of stealing the blue ring from Chang'e, to which Monkey King responds that he only borrowed it. They also discuss how the Demon Bull King kept the green ring for himself and how poorly the orange ring was hidden, which May and Sandy agree with. Neja demands that MK hand over the rings, threatening him. Monkey King intervenes, punching Neja and sending him flying. He then instructs the Monkey Kids to head to the mountain and wait for him. Despite MK's offer to help, Monkey King warns him about the potential danger, especially if Macaque were to show up unexpectedly. In the Season 3 finale, long-kept secrets come out as the Samadhi fire is reforged. Something terrible is happening to May, and the hero's team is pushed to the breaking point. May's true power is revealed, and just as destruction is about to happen, MK hugs her and puts an end to it all. In the end, everyone is saved. We continue with the special season Embrace Your Destiny. First episode of Embrace Your Destiny, Lady Bone Demon reveals her desire to perfect the mortal realm and her belief that the Samadhi fire is the final piece of her plan. The mayor offers to retrieve it for her, but she declines, stating that Destiny will deliver it in time. Monkey King appears, and Lady Bone Demon taunts him for showing up unarmed and without backup. Monkey King asserts that he doesn't need the Samadhi fire to defeat her, but Lady Bone Demon claims that her power has grown since their last encounter. Despite this, the Monkey King remains determined to try, and Lady Bone Demon mocks him for planning to fist-fight a child. The Lady Bone Demon successfully overcomes Monkey King. Now, she has the perfect champion to complete her destiny. In a flashback, the Emperor confronts Ivory Lady after witnessing the destruction she caused, only to learn that she had been following his instructions all along. As the Emperor tries to stop her, Ivory Lady reveals that she now controls the Chief of War and asserts her authority. She explains her disillusionment with the Emperor's lack of care for mortals and reveals her true identity as Lady Bone Demon. Displeased with the Emperor's pleas for mercy, she orders his death. In the present, the mayor explains Lady Bone Demon's ultimate goal, to free the mortal realm from suffering, but her plan was previously thwarted by the Monkey King. With Monkey King and May incapacitated, the group strategizes how to stop Lady Bone Demon from unleashing the Samadhi fire. Macaque, initially reluctant, agrees to help after MK encourages him to embrace the role of a warrior. The team heads to Lady Bone Demon's tower with a plan to destroy her bone mech and rescue May. As they arrive, MK confronts Monkey King, and they prepare for an intense battle. MK faces off against Lady Bone Demon, who tells him that fate is inevitable, but MK disagrees, determined to use the golden staff for good rather than destruction. Macaque tackles Monkey King to give MK time to retrieve the staff, but Monkey King, under Lady Bone Demon's control, overpowers him. MK's words about destiny and the real Monkey King break Monkey King free from Lady Bone Demon's corruption, and together they pull the staff from its stand. Lady Bone Demon, enraged, activates the bone mech, attempting to destroy the world. As the heroes escape, Red Sun stays behind to help May. Lady Bone Demon blames MK for the chaos, but MK uses the monkey mech to hold off her bone mech. The heroes unite, creating a celestial golden version of the monkey mech. Red Sun and May join the fight, and Tang frees the others from Lady Bone Demon's control. Together, they defeat Lady Bone Demon by breaking through her barrier and destroying her mech. In her final moments, Lady Bone Demon reflects on how both she and MK fight for what they believe in, but warns that it leads to pain rather than destiny. After the battle, the heroes celebrate with noodles, and Monkey King apologizes to MK for being a poor mentor. Life returns to normal, with MK and May delivering noodles to various customers. In the end, a mysterious scroll opens behind MK and Monkey King, hinting at future events. In the first episode of Season 4. In this episode, a mysterious hooded figure enters an ancient temple in the underworld to retrieve a bamboo slip from the Scroll of Memory. Meanwhile, in Megapolis, MK fights to save citizens from two giant serpents controlled by the gold and silver demons, who stole Neja's possessions to attack the city. After the serpents merge into golden serpent shears, MK and May work together to fight the demons, with MK using the golden staff to create the combi mech and ultimately defeating the demons. The gold and silver demons beg beg for mercy, and the demon accountant intervenes, promising the demons have learned their lesson. Later, May livestreams the event, comparing the danger of the golden serpent shears to that of the Lady Bone demon. MK, overwhelmed by memories of the past year, expresses his fear of facing another crisis. He packs Neja's artifacts into his tuk-tuk and drives them to Flower Fruit Mountain, where Monkey King and MK reflect on their past actions. MK struggles with guilt over his role in past events, but Monkey King advises him to let go, saying that everything happened to make the world better. As they clean up, MK accidentally unrolls a scroll, releasing ink demons that take the form of enemies from Monkey King's past. Ink Neja captures the monkeys, and an ink ping attacks MK. Monkey King protects MK but is taken by the ink, leaving MK with the task of sealing the scroll. Unsure how to do so, MK escapes the cave, overwhelmed by the new challenges ahead. In a flashback, Monkey King, Demon Bull King, Macaque, Azure Lion, Peng, and Yellow Tusk are seen having a meal at Flower Fruit Mountain. Monkey King shares his story of causing havoc in heaven in the celestial realm. Macaque expresses concern about their plan to overthrow the Jade Emperor, but Monkey King is excited, ignoring the risks. Peng and Yellow Tusk argue that the celestial realm has ruled for too long without considering morals, and Demon Bull King suggests that Azure Lion should become the new Jade Emperor. Despite some disagreements, the group agrees on their goal, though Macaque remains unsettled. In the present, MK returns to Flower Fruit Mountain and explains to the team what he saw during his last visit. He believes Tang can free Monkey King from the scroll. However, their plan goes wrong when Sandy accidentally opens the scroll again, releasing ink demons that trap Pigsy, Tang, Sandy, and Mo. As the ink demons target MK and May, Azure Lion appears and defeats them, sealing the scroll. Azure Lion explains the scroll's significance, revealing that it is the Scroll of Memory, which Monkey King supposedly stole from the underworld. The scroll holds memories of everything that has ever happened and imprisons wicked souls to make them relive their past mistakes. Though Azure Lion warns of the curse inside the scroll, MK insists on saving his friends. After some hesitation, MK gives the scroll to Azure Lion, who transports MK and May inside it to find their trapped friends. The two find themselves in Chang'an during the 7th century. In the next episode, MK and May explore the city briefly before Azure Lion finds them and gives them directions on how to locate their friends. The duo overhears two guards mentioning Tang Sanzang and realizes it could help them find Tang. They track him down in the woods and save him from being eaten by village demons. However, Tang is unhappy with their overly energetic and aggressive rescue, even denying their friendship. Despite this, MK and May follow him, and they all end up at Lu Boqin's house after an invitation from a mysterious man. At the house, Tang Sanzang is offered meat stew, but since he's vegetarian, Ghost Grandpa prepares something else for him. The family confesses that they tricked Tang into staying to help send off Lu Boqin's grandfather. Tang agrees to assist with the ritual, but MK accidentally interrupts it, causing Ghost Grandpa to get angry. MK convinces Tang to continue helping, and Tang reminds Ghost Grandpa that the ritual isn't about pushing him away, but helping him move on to the next chapter of his existence. Ghost Grandpa eventually accepts and says a heartfelt goodbye to his family before departing. The next day, MK, May, and Tang set out to another chapter in search of their remaining friends. In the other episode, MK, May, and Tang take a break after searching many places without finding Pigsy, Sandy, or Monkey King. Tang becomes frustrated, and when MK and May jokingly suggest he focus on his mystical art studies, he storms off. While alone, Tang tries to use his Kakara to find Pigsy, but accidentally summons a golden cicada, which triggers a trap and gets him kidnapped. Tang wakes up in a pot and realizes his kidnapper is Zhu Gangli, who is Pigsy trapped in the embodiment of his ancestor. Preparing to cook Tang as his meal, MK and May follow Tang's trail and discover that he's been prepared to become fresh monk meat. Disguised as demons, they try to cut the line of waiting demons but are thrown back to the inn. Meanwhile, Tang tries to convince Zhu Gangli that he is his friend, but Zhu misinterprets it as Tang describing himself as Tangy. Switching tactics, Tang offers to help Zhu become the greatest chef in China. Tang teaches him how to cook proper noodles, and when Zhu tastes the noodles, he remembers who he is, saving himself from his ancestral persona. Just as MK and May crash in through the roof after another failed attempt to cut the line, Pigsy, now fully back to himself, decides to stay and cooks a massive meal using his rake. While Pigsy is cooking, MK has a vision of Monkey King searching for him, signaling something important is on the horizon. In the next episode, after saving Pigsy, the Monkey Kids take a break and discuss their connection to the Pilgrims. MK mentions his hopes of meeting his ancestors, while May repeats her belief that MK is Monkey King's son, irritating him. Tang agrees, pointing out the mysterious inheritance of the Pilgrim's powers by the Monkey Kids, suggesting that MK may indeed be Monkey King's son. MK dismisses the idea and proposes heading to Flower Fruit Mountain to talk to Monkey King and clear up the matter. Suddenly, the protective curse attacks, targeting MK. May tries to defend him with the Dragon Blade, but the curse shatters it, and the group is split into different chapters. May is captured by guards serving a demon named Kui Mulang, who tells her a story about his identity and intentions. When May tries to fight back, she's trapped and locked up with a seemingly useless prisoner. The two argue about how to handle their situation. Meanwhile, Tang finds Mo in a memory at Camel Ridge, where he overhears Macaque and the Brotherhood, including Azure Lion, discussing whether to get rid of Monkey King. At midnight, Kui Mulang prepares to sacrifice Ao Li and May. Desperate, May breaks free, reforges the Dragon Blade, and blocks Kui Mulang's attack. She defeats him, but when he transforms into his wolf form, Ao Li steps in to defend her. Tang arrives in time to teleport May to safety while Ao Li destroys Kui Mulang's castle. In another chapter, MK wakes up to find an acolyte asking if he's ready to meet the master. In the next episode, Pigsy searches for the others and encounters a crying Sha Wujing, Sandy, who hasn't awakened from his ancestors' influence. Sha Wujing reveals that a monster made all the bones in the field, but then admits that he himself is the one who killed all the challengers, demanding a fight to the death with Pigsy. Meanwhile, the acolyte takes MK to the Temple of the Tilted Moon and 3 Stars, where MK learns this is where Monkey King trained under Master Subodhi. However, Master Subodhi's students mock MK, leading to a confrontation where MK defeats them using his 72 transformation. In the arena, Sha Wujing insists on fighting Pigsy, who tries to reason with him, but Pigsy is forced to show his powers to defend himself. MK meets Master Subodhi, who challenges MK's perception of himself and explains that MK's abilities are extraordinary, surpassing even the Monkey King's rapid learning. MK recalls his childhood, including being taken in by Pigsy and a vision of a lady sculpting a monkey figure near the magic stone. He asks Master Subodhi to take him to Flower Fruit Mountain, where MK is puzzled to find only the magic stone and a broken sculpture, but no Monkey King. Pigsy defeats Sha Wujing but refuses to kill him, reminding him that they don't have to be monsters. Mo suddenly arrives and helps Sha Wujing regain his memories, and May and Tang also teleport in, reuniting the group as they prepare to find MK. Back on the mountain, MK asks why Monkey King isn't there. Master Subodhi reveals that MK was also born from a stone, explaining the source of his powers and his importance. While MK initially compares himself to Monkey King, Subodhi clarifies that MK is unique and his journey is just beginning. As the protective curse closes in, Subodhi vanishes, leaving MK to face his fate. The protective curse, now fully transformed, engages in a conversation with MK, claiming to understand him and trying to befriend him. When MK identifies himself as just a noodle delivery guy with Monkey King's powers, the curse launches him into battle to prove otherwise. Meanwhile, the other Monkey Kids land in a plantation owned by a humble farmer. As they calm down Tang, they discover a strange light behind a stable. The humble farmer reveals that Monkey King destroyed her geese stable. As MK battles the curse, it taunts him about his future, turning into ink versions of past enemies like Demon Bull King, Spider Queen, and Lady Bone Demon. It warns MK that his destiny is far worse than Monkey King's, suggesting he will become a monstrous being that destroys the world. Fed up, MK tells the curse to stop talking and glitches into his monkey form, breaking barriers and alerting his friends and Monkey King. The curse urges MK to accept his destiny, but Monkey King arrives and destroys the curse's form. The curse regenerates into a larger version of past enemies and blames Monkey King for the hero's troubles. The curse traps MK, Monkey King, and the Monkey Kids in illusions of the Pilgrims, trying to convince them they're destined for chaos and wrong choices. Monkey King rejects this, and the heroes unite to break free, weakening the curse, which reverts to an ink version of MK. In desperation, the curse tries to traumatize MK by reminding him of Lady Bone Demon's warnings, claiming he's destined for destruction. MK, glitching between human and monkey forms, fights back and vanquishes the curse by transforming fully into his monkey form. After their victory, the Monkey Kids celebrate but realize they don't know how to escape the scroll. Azure Lion appears, separating them, leaving MK surrounded by everyone except Monkey King. MK sees Azure Lion in the distance and asks where Monkey King is, but receives no response. In the next episode, MK asks Azure Lion where Monkey King is, and May demands an explanation for his actions. Tang reveals that Azure Lion had been deceiving them all along. Sandy suggests giving Azure a chance to explain, and Azure admits his intentions weren't malicious, but misunderstood. May, upset, attacks Azure Lion but is intercepted by Ping. A battle breaks out, and Sandy is defeated by Yellow Tusk. MK pleads with Azure Lion, but Ping confuses Tang with the Great Monk and tries to attack. Azure stops Ping, revealing that Tang isn't the monk. Azure Lion introduces MK to Ping and Yellow Tusk and explains his long-held grudge against the Jade Emperor. He shows MK a memory of the past where the Brotherhood fought to protect the innocent. But after the Brotherhood's defeat and Monkey King's loyalty to the Jade Emperor, Azure and his companions were imprisoned in the Scroll of Memory. Azure Lion reveals that Monkey King betrayed them, and he seeks to overthrow the Jade Emperor with Ping and Yellow Tusk. The Monkey Kids are shocked by the Brotherhood's plans to launch another assault on the Celestial Realm. Azure insists that Monkey King must remain imprisoned until they succeed. MK transforms into his monkey form to protect Monkey King's plank, but Ping punches him, causing the plank to fall. In the ensuing chaos, Azure Lion accidentally slices the plank in two. The Brotherhood warns the Monkey Kids to stay out of their way, threatening to destroy the planks if they interfere. MK, feeling responsible for everything, expresses his frustration, recalling Lady Bone Demon's words. Despite his friend's attempts to comfort him, MK insists on being alone to clear his mind and flies off in eagle form. Pigsy questions whether MK truly considers them his family, and Sandy reassures him that MK is going through a difficult transformation. Before they can follow MK, the Monkey Kids are transported to the Temple of the Tilted Moon and 3 Stars, where Master Subodhi greets them and emphasizes the importance of their training as the new Great Companion. In the next episode, the Brotherhood holds Princess Ironfan and Red Sun hostage as Azure Lion tries to convince the Demon Bull King to join him in his plan to conquer the Celestial Realm. The Demon Bull King refuses, saying that Azure Lion's ambition has changed him. Azure Lion retorts that the Demon Bull King's love for Princess Ironfan has softened him, angering the Demon Bull King. He attacks the 3 brothers, and Azure Lion tries to use the Scroll of Memory to imprison him. Princess Ironfan blocks the attack, but a piece of the scroll hits her arm, imprisoning her. The Demon Bull King is also imprisoned after trying to attack Azure Lion. Red Sun, left unharmed, escapes to the Celestial Realm to warn Neja. Meanwhile, Pigsy, Tang, May, and Sandy are training with Master Subodhi at the Temple of the Tilted Moon and 3 Stars. Subodhi points out their flaws, except for Sandy, who says is perfect and awards a silver star. This makes the others jealous, and they all want a star too. Master Subodhi emphasizes that they all have potential but need to work hard to unlock it. At Flower Fruit Mountain, MK reflects on Monkey King's choices while eating bananas with a little monkey. Macaque teases MK, suggesting Monkey King was just lazy. Frustrated, MK glitches into his monkey form, but Macaque invites him to see something important. Meanwhile, Azure Lion surveys the devastation of Camel Ridge with Ping. The Brotherhood teleports to the Celestial Realm, where they're met by Neja, Red Sun, and the Celestial armies. Neja warns Azure Lion to leave, but Azure remains committed to overthrowing the Jade Emperor. A fierce battle between the two sides ensues. In the Season 4 finale, MK seeks clarification from Macaque regarding the current situation, and Macaque proposes playing a video game to help MK understand things better. Meanwhile, in the Celestial Realm, the Celestial armies struggle against the Brotherhood. Azure Lion uses the Scroll of Memory to trap Red Sun and defeat Neja. At the Temple of the Tilted Moon and 3 Stars, the Monkey Kids, under Master Subodhi's guidance, hear the chaos from the Celestial Realm. Despite being warned they're not ready, May insists they must go and help. Sandy creates a cloud airship, and they travel to the Celestial Realm. As the battle rages, Neja fights the Brotherhood but is overwhelmed. The Monkey Kids arrive, but Azure Lion sends them flying with bamboo slips. MK, still playing the video game, questions its purpose, but Macaque tells him that life isn't predetermined like a game, and it's up to MK to choose his path. In the Celestial Realm, Tang suggests seeking help from the Jade Emperor, but Neja reveals the Emperor cannot assist them. MK arrives just in time, riding a magic cloud, and creates a portal to escape Azure Lion's attack. Azure Lion and the Brotherhood enter the Celestial Palace, where the Jade Emperor confronts them. The Emperor admits he's close to dying and challenges Azure Lion to prove himself worthy of the throne. The two prepare to face off. MK returns to Flower Fruit Mountain, where the Monkey Kids welcome him back. Neja criticizes their decision to retreat, but MK reveals he retrieved pieces of the scroll containing Monkey King. However, in the Celestial Palace, Azure Lion kills the Jade Emperor with a single strike, causing the fabric of the universe to unravel as his power is transferred to Azure Lion. We continue with the special season, The Emperor's Wrath. First episode of The Emperor's Wrath, as Azure Lion struggles to maintain the integrity of the Celestial Realm, the Monkey Kids, May, Pigsy, and Neja observe cracks forming and disappearing in the sky. Neja warns that Azure, despite his new power as Jade Emperor, doesn't understand the responsibility and it could destroy the universe. Tang, having repaired a magical bamboo slip with tape, prepares to transport MK and Macaque into the Scroll of Memory to find Monkey King. Inside the scroll, MK and Macaque begin their search at the almost destroyed Shuilian Cave. They encounter broken memories of Monkey King, which Macaque clarifies aren't real. Along their journey, they follow clues from the monkeys they encounter, which eventually lead them through different memories of Monkey King's past. Macaque suggests that Monkey King might have been looking for MK, and they discuss Monkey King's constant striving for strength and immortality out of fear of death. They witness a moment from the past where Monkey King and Macaque argue after an incident involving the Celestial Realm. Macaque expresses his disappointment in Monkey King, and the tension between them grows. Macaque explains to MK that while Monkey King eventually found redemption through his journey with Tang Senzang, the consequences of his earlier choices still affected many lives. The pair then arrive at Camel Ridge, where Macaque explains that Azure Lion created the home by stealing energy from the region and its animals, revealing Azure's dark side despite his desire to be a hero. A giant crack in the scroll leads them to the real Monkey King, who's sitting on a cliff surrounded by memories. Monkey King expresses relief at being found, admitting that he lost sight of his purpose while trying to protect those he cared about. MK reminds Monkey King of his immortality and the opportunity to make things right, sharing a lesson Monkey King had once taught him, to leave things better than they were found. With Macaque by their side, MK asks for Monkey King's help to stop Azure Lion. Monkey King agrees, grabs his golden staff, and they're transported out of the scroll, ready for the next phase of their journey. In a flashback, the Brotherhood stationed at Flower Fruit Mountain prepares for their assault on the Celestial Realm. Monkey King expresses excitement and gratitude to Azure Lion for their mission, believing it will bring positive change. In the present, Azure Lion struggles to control the power of the Jade Emperor, causing damage to the Celestial Realm. Yellow Tusk helps contain the situation, but expresses doubt about their original plan. Azure Lion remains committed to using the power to change the world, despite the sacrifices involved. At Flower Fruit Mountain, Monkey King gathers the Monkey Kids and Neja for training. During the session, Monkey King warns that Peng, Yellow Tusk, and Azure Lion are formidable threats. He believes they can reason with Yellow Tusk, but plans to face Azure Lion himself with MK's help. May, Pigsy, and the others prepare for battle with upgraded armor from their ancestral weapons, while MK outlines a plan to trap the Brotherhood inside the Scroll of Memory. In the Celestial Realm, Yellow Tusk and Peng discuss their dissatisfaction with the state of affairs, noting that Azure Lion is losing control of his power. When Azure Lion arrives, Yellow Tusk confronts him about the danger of his unchecked abilities. Azure Lion defends his actions, emphasizing that he freed them and that his true enemy is Monkey King. Hearing that Monkey King is still alive, Azure Lion becomes obsessed with destroying him to move forward with his plans. As the Monkey Kids and Monkey King prepare for the impending battle, Monkey King emphasizes the importance of MK embracing his full power, especially his mystic monkey form. MK is hesitant, believing his new armor will be enough. However, the arrival of the Brotherhood led by Azure Lion signals the start of a major confrontation. With the fate of the universe hanging in the balance, Azure Lion accuses the Monkey Kids of treason and declares his intent to destroy Monkey King once and for all. Final battle against the Brotherhood, Peng taunts Macaque about his alliance with the heroes, questioning his loyalty to Monkey King. Macaque, expressing his disdain for Peng, continues to fight alongside the Monkey Kids. May arrives through a shadow portal, attacking Peng with her dragon blade. While Peng skillfully evades her attacks, Pigsy, Tang, and Sandy fight against Yellow Tusk, who urges them to surrender. Despite Yellow Tusk's loyalty to Azure Lion, the trio refuses to give in, with Tang reminding Yellow Tusk of the catastrophic consequences of Azure's victory. Sandy tries to emphasize with Yellow Tusk, warning him about the impending disaster caused by Azure's actions. Meanwhile, MK and Monkey King battle Azure Lion, evading his attacks until they fall from their clouds. Azure offers MK one last chance to surrender, but MK remains resolute. As Azure summons ink demons to trap him, MK uses his shrinking powers to escape, and Monkey King kicks Azure across Flower Fruit Mountain. Together, MK and Monkey King mock Azure and use the golden staff to immobilize him. Azure undergoes a transformation into a colossal form, and MK summons the monkey mech to fight him, but Azure easily destroys the mech. However, a party clone and a cardboard cutout of Monkey King hidden inside surprise Azure with a banana explosion. A flashback reveals May's strategy, letting the Brotherhood come to them. Unlike previous battles where they lacked a plan, in the present, Azure scatters the planks of the Scroll of Memory and goes after Monkey King. MK, now fully committed to protecting Monkey King, blocks Azure's attack. Azure questions MK's loyalty, believing he will suffer the same fate. In response, MK transforms into his mystic monkey form, unleashing powerful energy, shocking everyone. MK strikes Azure with his tail, and the two engage in a fierce battle, with Monkey King cheering MK on. As the battle intensifies, MK accuses Azure of using him and pretending to be his friend. In a final blow, MK strikes Azure lying down, causing Flower Fruit Mountain to crumble and weakening Azure's control over the power of the Jade Emperor. The universe begins to fall into chaos as MK returns to his human form, and the group realizes the extent of the destruction that has been unleashed. In the aftermath of Azure Lion's destructive actions, the mortal realm is thrown into chaos as the fabric of the universe begins to unravel. Peng attempts to suggest that no one should be the sole combatant left behind, but May is angered by the suggestion, while Macaque dismisses Peng's cowardice and lets him go. However, Peng charges at Macaque, prompting Macaque to summon the smoke monster, and May to use her Dracokinesis to fend him off. They regroup at the Shuilian Cave. Meanwhile, Pigsy, Sandy, Tang, and Yellow Tusk discuss the irreversible damage caused by Azure Lion. Tang is worried about the destruction of the universe, but Yellow Tusk believes it's too late to fix things. The group remains optimistic though, and Yellow Tusk, moved by their determination, returns the ancestral weapons, granting them their power-up armor. MK and Monkey King confront Azure Lion, who blames Monkey King for the chaos. Monkey King, however, reveals that Azure was manipulated, having been freed from the Scroll of Memory by someone with the intent to destroy the universe. Azure Lion, overwhelmed with regret, realizes he's been used and tries to reverse the damage he caused. However, the effort demise. With the universe still in peril due to the out-of-control power of the Jade Emperor, Neja creates a seal to contain the power, while Tang restores the Shuilian Cave with the help of his friend. As they gather afterward, MK assures everyone he's fine, despite their concerns. At a cliffside on Flower Fruit Mountain, Neja reveals that the seal may not be permanent, but will hold for now, as he intends to guard the power and free those trapped in the Scroll of Memory. Yellow Tusk, acknowledging the Brotherhood's past mistakes, commends the Monkey Kids and Monkey King for their heroism before leaving with Neja. Later, Monkey King, the Monkey Kids, and the Demon Bull family enjoy a beach party at Flower Fruit Mountain. Despite the looming doom, Monkey King and Macaque share a moment of lightheartedness, agreeing to face whatever comes next together. In the underworld, the 10 Kings convene to investigate the theft of the Scroll of Memory and discuss the consequences of the Jade Emperor's dethronement. As they deliberate, a mysterious perpetrator leaves the underworld temple, and a crack appears in the underworld sky, signaling further impending doom. In the first episode of Season 5, MK and Monkey King were training at Flower Fruit Mountain, focusing on a task involving placing the golden staff on top of their respective Monkey Mountain. Though tired, MK pushed through and almost secured victory by immobilizing Monkey King. However, Monkey King outmaneuvered him, placing the staff first and winning the round. MK felt it was unfair, but Monkey King explained that both of them had been holding back, and MK needed to use his full strength, his mystic monkey form. MK reflected on this and dismissed his supposed destiny, saying he needed to keep moving as a mystic monkey. He left, promising a surprise for Monkey King. Macaque soon arrived, irritating Monkey King by informing him about the deteriorating state of the Celestial Realm after the Jade Emperor's fall. Macaque pushed Monkey King to reveal the truth about MK's history, but Monkey King hesitated, saying MK wasn't ready. Macaque challenged this, questioning why MK, who possessed all of Monkey King's powers, had never been questioned about his origins. Macaque suggested that someone was manipulating them, particularly MK, for their own agenda, sparking a heated argument. Their confrontation was cut short when MK called out, ready to show his surprise. Returning to the Shuilian Cave, Monkey King was moved to find that the Monkey Kids had repaired his house. MK's surprise. MK showed him the newly adorned walls with photos of their adventures and drawings MK had made. Monkey King was deeply touched by this gesture. When Pigsy received a call for a noodle delivery, MK insisted on helping, borrowing Tang's Kakara to transport them to Pigsy's noodles, leaving Monkey King to reflect in his newly restored home. Later at Pigsy's Noodles, MK, while working, claimed he didn't need sleep, comparing himself to May and Tang. Pigsy, noticing MK's fatigue, offered to make noodles with him, reminding MK that this recipe had always soothed him to sleep when he was younger. As they worked, MK suddenly dozed off and Pigsy carried him home, feeling grateful to have him as a son. But as Pigsy left, a crack appeared in the sky, signaling the end of the universe. Moments later, the Court of the Underworld transported MK, Monkey King, and Macaque to the Underworld, setting the stage for what was to come. In the next episode, the Court of the Underworld summoned MK, Monkey King, and Macaque to hold them accountable for the chaos that had befallen the universe since the fall of the Jade Emperor. The king accused Monkey King of causing the Pillar of Heaven's destruction and stealing the Scroll of Memory, harking back to the last time he crossed his name off the Book of the Dead. In a lighthearted attempt, MK took on the role of a lawyer to defend their case, but the court deemed them responsible for the damage that now threatened the universe's stability. They anticipated an escape attempt and brought in Li Jing, Ne Zha's father, who had assumed control of the Celestial Realm. Li Jing subdued Monkey King with a powerful circlet, causing him immense pain. MK, witnessing this, briefly transformed into his monkey form but was calmed by Monkey King. Ne Zha tried to intervene, but Li Jing silenced him, escorting the trio back to the Celestial Realm for imprisonment. In their cell, MK tried unsuccessfully to remove the circlet from Monkey King. Tensions rose as Monkey King and Macaque bickered, with MK determined to find a solution. Ne Zha visited them, revealing that someone was plotting to destroy the Pillar of Heaven. As MK asked for a Tang-style explanation of the pillar, Monkey King shared the story of the pillar's creation from the primordial chaos and its restoration by Nuwa using the 5 color stones. MK proposed finding the color stones to restore the pillar, but Macaque questioned why Ne Zha hadn't pursued them already. As MK played lawyer again, casting suspicion on Li Jing, Monkey King creates clones of himself and MK to distract Ne Zha. The clones caused enough confusion for the trio to escape their cell, defeating Celestial Army leaders along the way before making their getaway. Back in Megapolis, Sandy's new truck was destroyed when MK and Monkey King accidentally landed on it. Pigsy berated MK for being late, but their conversation shifted when they saw cracks in the sky. Monkey King shared his plan to find the color stones, though Macaque remained skeptical. As they discussed, the Celestial armies arrived, forcing them to act quickly. MK transformed Sandy's ruined truck into the Team Power Truck, and they escaped just as Li Jing closed in. Macaque stayed behind, battling Li Jing with his smoke monster and shadow monkeys, but was eventually captured and imprisoned in the Celestial Pagoda. Meanwhile, an underworld king secretly observed the entire situation from a nearby building, hinting at a deeper conspiracy. In the next episode, the Monkey Kids faced a dilemma at a crossroads, with MK feeling pressured to choose the right path to find the next color stone. MK mentioned how they usually found artifacts using maps or compasses, but this time they had neither. Pigsy, May, and Tang continued to press MK to make a decision, while Sandy supported MK's concerns and suggested splitting into groups to search for clues. May took her plane, Monkey King used his magic cloud, and Pigsy and Tang handled the excavator. MK, Sandy, and Mo stayed behind, with Sandy assigning Mo to guard the Team Power Truck while he trained MK through meditation. MK grew frustrated with Sandy's training, feeling that meditating wasn't helping them find the color stones. Sandy, however, emphasized that MK needed to reflect and live in the present. Although MK tried to meditate, he was distracted by thoughts of saving the universe, leading to a vision of his monkey form, which unsettled him. Just as MK wanted to stop meditating, a snake appeared and led them to a hidden passageway, where they discovered the blue color stone on the shell of the black tortoise. The black tortoise challenged MK and Sandy to a trial, insisting they prove their mastery of their abilities. MK was disheartened to learn the trial involved meditation, especially as his inner turmoil surfaced, manifesting as a chaotic version of his monkey form. MK struggled with past memories and fears of his destructive potential, but with Sandy's encouragement, he faced his fears and accepted them as part of who he was. After successfully completing the trial, the black tortoise released Sandy and granted MK the blue color stone. Upon returning to the Team Power Truck, Sandy expressed frustration with the black tortoise's meditation methods. MK asked about Sandy's past struggles with anger, to which Sandy admitted he had learned to manage his emotions over time. Their relief was cut short when May accidentally crashed her plane into the truck, causing more damage. However, May revealed a clue about the other color stones, keeping their mission on track as the team dealt with the mishap. In the other episode, trapped inside the Celestial Pagoda, the Monkey Kids and Monkey King were furious with MK, blaming him for their current predicament. They believed it was a mistake to have been imprisoned, and skepticism grew regarding the power of Jade Emperor and whether it was the yellow color stone. MK, adopting Tang's storytelling style, explained the importance of the color stones in repairing the Pillar of Heaven to prevent the universe from collapsing. He pointed out that 4 out of the 5 stones were guarded by the 4 symbols, and obtaining them caused the cracks in the sky. These cracks first appeared when Azure Lion took the Jade Emperor's power, hinting that the yellow color stone, the power of the Jade Emperor, was the most important of all. Despite the Monkey Kids' doubts and their frustration over being stuck, MK decided to climb to the top of the pagoda, confident that the power of the Jade Emperor was up there. Their plans were interrupted when they were attacked by a demon, later revealed to be the 100-eyed demon, who had taken control of the Celestial Pagoda and invaded their memories. MK was thrown into a series of memories, starting with the day he first met Pigsy at the noodle shop. Suddenly, a glowing eye appeared, accusing him of suppressing his own memories. Chasing after it, MK relived important battles, including his encounters with Red Sun, Lady Bone Demon, and the Brotherhood. Eventually, MK confronted a memory of Lady Bone Demon, who reminded him of her past warnings that his actions would lead to suffering and an end of the world. She revealed that she was a manifestation of MK's inner fears and uncertainties, his suppressed essence. She also claimed that MK's existence had been predestined by Nuwa, intertwined with the magic stone from which he was born, hinting that his entire journey had been a part of an ancient design. Meanwhile, Monkey King was snapped out of his memories of fighting Macaque by the real Macaque, who informed him that the 100-eyed demon had control of the pagoda and the memories of all his captives. The two then worked together to save the Monkey Kids, though they realized MK was trapped elsewhere with the demon. As MK continued to struggle with the memory of Lady Bone Demon, she revealed that the only way to save the universe was for MK to sacrifice himself. MK, filled with doubt and emotion, was brought back to reality when Monkey King defeated the 100-eyed demon, breaking MK out of his trance. Together, they reached the top of the pagoda, where MK became convinced that the power of the Jade Emperor was within reach. Despite Monkey King's warnings about the dangers of harnessing such power, especially given Azure Lion's downfall, MK was determined to proceed. Apologizing to Monkey King, MK broke the seal protecting the power of the Jade Emperor, attempting to contain its immense power as the Monkey Kids arrived, witnessing the tense and dangerous situation unfold. In the next episode, as the Monkey Kids, Monkey King, and their allies faced the consequences of MK's destiny, the tension mounted. MK struggled to control the immense power of the Jade Emperor, only to have Li Jing and Neja arrive to extract them from the Celestial Pagoda. Despite the Monkey Kids' protest, MK was left behind. But before they could seal the pagoda, MK managed to break free, harnessing the power of the Jade Emperor and transforming it into the yellow color stone, a shocking feat that left even Monkey King and Li Jing in disbelief. Li Jing, unable to believe what MK had accomplished, attacked both MK and Monkey King, tightening the circlet around Monkey King. Neja intervened, arguing that MK was their last hope, but Li Jing insisted that MK would only bring destruction. After much debate, including Tang's observation that the universe was already falling apart before the color stones were found, and Macaque revealing a hidden mastermind manipulating them, Li Jing reluctantly agreed to assist the Monkey Kids. MK led them to the Temple of Nuwa, where the color stones were placed on the statue, summoning the Pillar of Heaven. Pigsy, noticing MK's sadness, suspected he was hiding something. Their suspicions were confirmed when the Court of the Underworld arrived and revealed that MK was the Harbinger of Chaos, a being foretold to awaken at the end of the Great Cycle. The 10th King, secretly the 9-headed demon, betrayed and eliminated the other 9 kings, exposing himself as the mastermind behind the universe's impending destruction. He had manipulated Azure Lion and the events leading up to this moment. The 9-headed demon explained that he had been plotting for millennia, revealing his origins of loneliness and rejection. He confessed to forcing MK's early birth by shattering his magic stone, believing that MK could break free from the chains of fate. Despite his claims that he wanted MK to have the freedom to choose his destiny, Macaque and the others suspected he was deceiving MK. As the 9-headed demon revealed that MK's sacrifice was necessary to complete the Pillar of Heaven, everyone was horrified. Monkey King and his friends refused to accept this, but the demon maintained that MK's fate had been sealed by Nuwa herself when she created the magic stone. With heavy hearts, they watched as MK, determined to save the universe, prepared to sacrifice himself. He bid a tearful farewell to his friends before leaping toward the Pillar of Heaven, knowing that his self-sacrifice was the only way to restore balance and prevent the destruction of the universe. In the next episode, as the Pillar of Heaven stood before them, MK prepared to sacrifice himself to save the universe. However, Macaque intervened just in time, using his powers to free MK from the nine-headed demon's control. Macaque urged MK to reconsider, telling him he didn't always have to be the hero. MK, though resolute, explained that his sacrifice was necessary to save everyone. The nine-headed demon reappeared, accusing Macaque of making a deal to gain his powers, and once again subdued him. The demon explained to MK's companions that without MK's sacrifice, the universe would face certain doom. May and the others harbored doubts, but MK remained determined to accept his fate. Meanwhile, Macaque, weakened but still defiant, freed the others, including Monkey King, who tried to stop MK from going through with the sacrifice. As the group fought the nine-headed demon, he transformed into a monstrous form, taunting them all. In a final confrontation, MK asked Monkey King to step aside, but Monkey King refused, saying that MK had never abandoned him, and he wouldn't abandon MK either. Their argument escalated into a fight, with Monkey King insisting that if a sacrifice was necessary, he would be the one to make it. MK, however, broke free and proceeded toward the Pillar of Heaven, tightening the circlet around Monkey King to prevent him from stopping the sacrifice. As MK ascended, the pillar began to glow, signifying that the universe was being saved at the cost of MK's life. The nine-headed demon, now defeated, accepted his fate, while the heroes grieved for MK's loss. After the sacrifice, MK found himself face-to-face with Nua. She praised him for his bravery and explained that his actions had saved the universe and restored the Pillar of Heaven. However, Nua revealed that despite the restoration, the current Great Cycle was ending. She explained that with the end of the cycle, changes would come for the universe and humanity, signaling a new era. Although MK was relieved that his friends were safe, he was saddened to hear that this cycle of life was coming to an end, with Nua emphasizing that progress required the cycle's conclusion. In the series finale, as the Monkey Kids grieved MK's sacrifice, the nine-headed demon, thrilled by the conclusion of the Great Cycle, prepared to return to his realm. Meanwhile, Monkey King, heartbroken, pounded the ground in frustration, realizing that the circlet on him had withered. He regretted not finding another solution to save MK. In the chaos beyond, MK struggled with Nua's decision to end the Great Cycle. Despite her explanation that the universe was too fragile to continue without the Guardians, MK argued that humanity was stronger than Nua believed. When she insisted that MK's sacrifice was necessary to protect the universe, MK refused, proclaiming that his fate would not be dictated by anyone else. Transforming into his monkey form, MK returned from the Pillar of Heaven, attempting to use the color stones to bend the pillar to his will. However, his actions caused the structure to crack, and a powerful explosion erupted from the stone's energy. Seeing the commotion, Monkey King realized that MK was still alive and rushed to his aid. MK apologized for his failure, but Monkey King assured him it wasn't important, embracing him as the other Monkey Kids gathered around. Despite the relief of MK's return, Li Jing pointed out the irreversible damage to the Pillar of Heaven, leaving everyone feeling hopeless. However, MK remained determined, believing he could still fix things. The group joined hands in solidarity, while the nine-headed demon, now weakened, reappeared to witness the end of the Great Cycle. He praised MK for defying his fate and standing with his friends, but doubted their plan to save the universe. MK, inspired by the idea of togetherness, distributed the color stones to his friends. Though the nine-headed demon scoffed at the plan, MK believed they could collectively restore the Pillar of Heaven by shattering the stones and sharing their energy with all beings. As the energy spread across the universe, the pillar was restored, and the world began to heal. The nine-headed demon, fearing entrapment in the mortal realm, pushed MK back into the pillar, following him into the chaotic void beyond. There, the nine-headed demon admitted that MK's actions had released unforeseen consequences and hinted at a new, unknown enemy gaining power. Before sending MK back, the demon thanked him for discovering a solution he had long abandoned. Back at Pigsy's Noodles, the Monkey Kids were surprised to learn that sharing the energy of the color stones had granted everyone extraordinary abilities. Tang's assumption that everything had returned to normal was proven wrong. On the rooftop, MK reflected that Monkey King on the changes they had caused, challenging his earlier wish for things to remain unchanged. Monkey King reminded MK that it was his actions that led them to discover the truth, and together they faced the reality of the new world. MK revealed the nine-headed demon's warnings about unleashing something by opening the cage, to which Monkey King responded by reminding MK of his strength. Moved by the conversation, MK cried, and Monkey King comforted him, promising they would face any new challenges together. Elsewhere, Red Sun trained May to control the Samadhi fire, while Macaque discovered that his shadow powers had become infused with chaotic energy. In the celestial realm, Neja led the rebuilding efforts, which made his father, Li Jing, smile with approval. At Flower Fruit Mountain, the Monkey Kids threw a surprise party for MK, with Red Sun and Macaque joining in. As fireworks lit up the sky, Macaque noticed a strange chaotic energy surrounding the golden staff, foreshadowing the unknown challenges yet to come. So that's the end of the incredible Monkie Kid story. I spent days on this video, so don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel to reward me for my efforts. See you in the next video. Bye!